CMPRadio.net, man. We are here with another episode of Uncomfortable Conversations. Today's episode is brought to you by the good people down at Reworld, the Cat Center, KC Electric, New Foundation Property Solutions, Northern Marketing and Design, Pressure Inc., Essential Ride, Nerds. Everybody know where Nerds is. Go check them out. And Quan Knox Media, man. I am your host, as always, Uncle P. What's going on, family? How you feeling? I got my co-host over here in the corner. I don't got her in the corner, but she's in the corner.
It's Drea B, y'all.
Drea B. And listen, man, we are talking about emotional intelligence versus emotional maturity. What is it? How did it get here? What don't we understand about it? What do we think we understand about it? How does it grow? How does it grow inside of you, right? First, how was your week?
It was good. It was good.
That's it? It was just good?
Well, the week is just really starting, so we want to ask my weekend? Because today's Tuesday.
Last time we met was 2 weeks ago. So you think I'm talking about Monday?
Oh, this last weekend I had a good weekend. Hung out with some girlfriends. Had a girls' night.
Okay.
Been hitting the gym heavy, so been enjoying my summer for real. Like, first time I'm not working in like 10 years for the summer, so I just been enjoying my time.
There's something about not working for the summer, right? That I've always worked.
Yeah, but you work in schools now, so it's a little different.
Yeah, it's different in the fact of not having any money. I think that's the only difference. I need to be able to get paid during the summer months.
Yeah, you got to get a school position as a 10-month employee so you get your pay stretched out in the summer.
Yeah,
that's what you need.
That's hard. That's hard.
Yeah.
Well, I'll figure all that out the next time it comes around. But I'm good. I'm hanging out with the kids. You know, the kids are coming through the radio station every day. You know, we're talking about creating our podcast, you know, and moving things forward, right?
Okay.
So I really like it, man. I like the group of kids I got this year. I like the group of kids I've gotten from Chester Education Foundation. Shout out to Chester Education Foundation. Oh, by the way, they got their Blueprint for Success program.
Okay.
Ages 18 to 24. They need 7 more people. 7 more people, Blueprint for Success. So got to be ages, got to be graduated from high school. Have your high school diploma. It's for anyone in anywhere in the Delaware County. So the whole Delaware County. So you don't have to just be from Chester. You can be from Sharon Hill. You can be from anywhere in Delaware County. And Chester Education Foundation. Hit up Miss Elaine Green Upton, and also 610-364-1212. I'm going to drop a little video a little bit later, working on that. But yeah, my week has been good. My week has been good. Just did Fusion Friday, this past Friday.
That was successful?
It was. It typically is.
Okay.
Right? I like to get out into the community and help however I'm needed. Right? I don't like to tell people how I can help. I just like to fit in, right? And I think it's important for our nonprofits to be able to come out and show what they are offering their community. Right?
Absolutely.
Right? So, you know, it wasn't really just for the radio station, but it's also to promote the radio station. Like, if you want to come through and talk, right, you can do that. We can interview you. We can talk about what your nonprofit does for the community, as well as, you know, what you want to see from your community, how you want to help. I think that's important. So, yeah, why is that up there like that? I'm sorry. I got the wrong name. I'm hitting buttons. I'm not usually over here engineering. I'm usually behind the table.
Mm-hmm.
Big shout out to Leslie. Thank you for everything that you do. But yeah, let's keep moving. Let's talk about emotional maturity versus emotional intelligence. When did you first hear about emotional maturity or emotional intelligence? Because, go ahead, answer that question. When did you first hear about it?
I would say like 2010 was probably the first time I heard that. And that was in like one of my many times of going to therapy. So that's the first time I heard those terms.
Right. So I'm gonna keep it real with you. Emotional maturity and emotional intelligence just started popping up for me. I want to say over the last 6 years,
Okay.
right? But I really didn't understand what it was,
Okay.
right? So for me, it was just like understanding what your emotions are going through. But
Well, that's a little bit of
that's
it.
right. So I was
A little
listen.
bit. It was,
I'm okay with just getting to the door. I don't have to go all the way in. Right? When we do podcasts like this, then it's like, we got to go all the way in the room.
right.
Right? And then it's
Right.
like, do I really? Because when I go all the way in, I go all the
You
way
go
in.
all the way in.
You feel me? My friend used to say, don't put it all the way in. I just, I'm going all the way in. See? Right.
Go hard or go home.
I mean, that's why you should do something, right? Whatever you do, you should be a high achiever, right?
Facts.
So why leave something on the bone? Don't leave
Right.
no skin on the bone.
Right.
Don't leave no meat on the bone.
Right.
Eat it.
Right.
Don't just bite it. Right?
Right.
Am I wrong?
No. I'm actually with you, because you be disagreeing, but I'm with you today.
We be disagreeing.
Yes. We be disagreeing.
I mean, that's what happens. That's typically what happens. So, emotional intelligence for me is knowledge.
Okay.
And emotional maturity is being able to put that knowledge into work. Would you agree?
I agree.
Right. So emotional maturity is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your influence, both your own and others.
Ooh, that is very key because if you like emotional maturity and emotional intelligence comes with being self-aware. And when you're self-aware, you know yourself, you observe things within yourself. You're able to kind of observe things better. You have better eyes to see in others, which is so important. Self-awareness, man, it has changed my life. Changed my life.
Emotional maturity is your ability to handle emotions appropriately, respond with discipline, and maintain accountability, patience, and self-awareness in real-life situations. Yeah, I never had all of that. I did. I believe that if I did, I wouldn't be where I am right now.
Well, oftentimes we have situations that happens that make us have to develop certain skills. Like we have to get that toolbox because we're like, okay, I'm tired of doing this same thing the same way and it's not working out. So where am I going wrong? What tools do I need to develop to get to where I need to go? Where that emotional intelligence comes in and that emotional maturity comes in.
So for men, I want to say them lights don't kick on in the room until about 36, 37. We did this from the beginning, right? Every man that came through, and I think my sister's on here, Nafati, if you're still on here, when we first did the morning meeting, we had people coming in from our community, men that were saying, yeah, I ain't grow up until my 30s. I was 30, 35, 36,
Wow.
37. When it hits you like you ain't paying attention, right? These things keep happening to you because you're not understanding why, right? Why I keep ending up arguing with my baby mom? Because you out in the bar drinking, doing your thing. This is for me. This ain't for nobody else. I'm not judging anyone. I'm talking about me.
Okay.
I didn't realize until I got hit upside the head and they found my body outside by the wall.
That sparks a question in me. Why is it sometimes we have to continue, like we have to hit our head so many times till we be like, yo, I'm tired of hitting my head. Like
What your mom or your dad used to say? A hard head
makes us soft behind.
My behind was cotton, bro. Literally.
Wow.
My behind was cotton.
Wow.
Right, because I was constantly hitting my head. I was constantly getting hit upside my head. I wasn't listening correctly. I didn't think it could affect me. I didn't think it could hurt me. I didn't think it could stop me. So I just kept on doing whatever I was doing. I was not thinking. Now that I deal with so much like anger and animosity and attitude, I'm like, oh, hold up, calm down. Like, I was a completely different person when we were involved, when I was doing what I was doing. I really didn't care about me. For me to even care about you.
That's real.
I'm being like frank, I'm being real. I'm saying I didn't give two shits about me.
So how can I care about you?
So how could I possibly even care about you? But you saw it in me that I was a good person. I was a great dad. I was a great this. I was doing this. I was helping this. I was doing this. That you didn't think that I didn't care about myself.
You wore a good mask.
I wore one of the best masks. But now I'm sitting here telling you I didn't. And that's not a reflection upon who you are or what you do or what you get into, but damn. And I think that's where emotional maturity comes into play. Like, nigga, hold on, sit back. Think about this. It said emotional maturity is your ability to handle emotions appropriately. I didn't know, nobody taught me how to handle anything appropriately. Just deal with it. Nobody broke it down. No man that I knew was there to break it down how I should handle it. When I think back to my dad, he was teaching me all this shit, bro. I was young when he was teaching me. You feel me? Like, it needed to be reinforced throughout my teenage years. It needed to be reinforced when I first walked into Chester High School. It needed to be reinforced when I first was going away to college. It needed to be reinforced. Like, those things, you need reinforcement.
But oftentimes, the way we cope with things, if we go down our lineage and we look at like our immediate family that we grew up with, we be like, damn, I do this. My mama used to do this. My daddy used to do this. Grandmom used to do this. My sister used to do this. It's like those patterns of behaviors that we observed, and we're like, damn.
But you don't realize that till you're older. You're not thinking about that when you're young. Yeah, in your teens, you're not thinking about what your mama used to do. In your teens, you're not thinking about what your mama used to do.
You're not thinking about it till you have some negative things happen to you that knock you on your ass, and you like, damn.
That's usually not until 30s.
Facts. Facts. That's facts.
Like,
facts.
fuck.
Yeah. Facts.
So I really had to think back and sit back and be able to understand why this keeps happening. A lot of folks don't know how to feel emotions or identify them. I agree with that. I didn't know. I didn't know. I thought I knew. The only emotion I felt was hurt, abandonment. Like, nigga, you left me out here to deal with these people. And then I see other people with their father, and their father's getting high, their father's getting drunk, their father ain't a real dad. I'm like, damn, like, you could have took anybody else. You really could have. You could have took 10 other fathers, and he would have replaced all 10 of those fathers in this community.
You know what? This episode is like bringing up some things that I know that I need to work on. I'm going to be really transparent. I always talked about my abandonment wounds, and I've done a lot of healing in that area. I've grown a lot, but I feel like that I've grown a lot, but I still have some wounds there. Now I know that I can abandon a situation easily.
Run.
I don't like to be abandoned, but I will track star on. Run. I will hit track.
I've learned that.
Yeah.
Because guess what? I ain't run before. I have not run from a situation before. I stayed in that situation, trying to get whoever, wherever, whenever, however, to think about me, to love me, to appreciate what I'm doing. I'm thinking, oh, this is what I got to do. You understand what I'm saying? I got to stay here. I got to deal with this. No, boy, I'm out.
One of my closest friends, we talked about that prior to the station, coming to the station. I was just like, wow, I have to work on that, because it's like, I went from holding on to things too tight to like, oh, fuck this, I'm out. Like, and that's not really good. So I'm like, I have to find that balance of like, okay, knowing when to stay, when to stick it out, and knowing when to leave, not hitting track star at the, you know, and that's real, and it's tough, because I'm like, I would hit track star.
Track star becomes an important character in my life, right? Not only because I ran for the first time, and people might say I'm not running for the first time, and I get it. That's your personal opinion. I'm not mad at that, but I'm telling you, this is the first time I've ever ran from a situation just to get some clarity. It's the first time I've ever ran to a situation and not run into the arms of another fucking woman.
That's real.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm running from a situation to run to space, to grow, to be by myself, to figure out why I keep allowing the disrespect, the mistreatment. And it's me, bro. I do it to myself. I have sabotaged almost 99.9% of my relationship.
But you know what? Now, as I'm talking to you, I'm thinking like you're breaking away from those codependency patterns that you had. I had the same kind of codependency patterns, and it's like, it's good I don't have them, but I'm like, I need to learn to be able to hold on sometimes,
Right.
instead of being like, shit, I ain't dealing.
So when you think about emotional maturity and emotional intelligence, I ask the question, who has it? Right? Now, anyone can have it. Right? It's not a thing that just one person gets. It's not a thing that, you can't have emotion. Anybody can have it, right? You have to do the work to get to it, though, right? To understand who you are. But it's not guaranteed with age, gender, or experience.
Or education, because we got some smart-ass, book-smart people that ain't got no emotional intelligence and maturity.
People who intentionally work on themselves. Intentionally, meaning you're working on yourself to be better for you. I'm not working on myself to be better for her. I'm not working on myself to be better for him. I'm not working on myself to be better for them. I'm working on myself to be better for me. So I know when I close my eyes, I did the best job I could do. I really didn't realize how important that was until last year.
Wow.
And I was stripped of all my running places. Like literally, like closed off. Like somebody just dropped cement in a corner. And I'm like, damn, I used to run over there. It's like a mouse. Whenever you think about a mouse runs to a corner.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm talking about all the places. It's just all straight. Yeah. It's like, fuck. And I didn't realize that until November of last year.
Wow.
Thanksgiving. I didn't have nowhere to go. Like, damn. I fucked up. I'm not saying I'm going to say I was the only person in that situation, in any of my situations that just went as far as I did, because I took it, like that mistreatment, that disrespect, that attitude, that energy, I took it to a whole nother level. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like,
that's real.
And if I could go back, I wouldn't. Right? Understanding who I am, I would calm down.
Okay.
I would sit down.
Okay.
I would breathe. Probably drink. Probably think, weigh my options. That's what I tell brothers now, bro. Like before you reach out and you try to affect someone, think about how that, because it's a boomerang.
Domino effect too. Boomerang, domino.
Think
all
about
of that.
how it comes back to you. Don't lower how people view you just because somebody hurt your feelings, just because somebody made you mad, just because somebody won't do what you want them to do. I had to learn how to control that. I had to go through that. So everything that I've gone through has taught me now where I should have been. But because I didn't have that reinforcement to tell me this when I was coming up, you feel me? Like, it's like, damn, now I'm here. All my young men, they understand. Everybody that's in my group, everybody that comes to the radio station and we talk, they're like, yo, Uncle P, I need to talk to you. Go ahead. Da-da-da-da-da-da. What would you do? Nothing. I would text her, say it was nice talking to you. You feel me? I appreciate you. But you young, bro. I tell my son all the time, bro, no, we're not worried about a relationship. I need you to go travel the world. Go see the world first. Don't get bogged down. Listen, if you got a girlfriend, that's cool. But let her know I'm young. Like, I'm really not trying to be in a relationship.
Right.
We can be cool. We can hang out. You feel me? If we want to exchange bodily fluids, put a condom on, son. You feel me? Make sure she protects herself. Tell her how important it is for you not to have kids right now. You feel me? Make sure you're being aware that, you don't want no STDs either.
Right.
So protect yourself. See, I wasn't worried about that. See, I didn't have a dad to tell me that. I had my mom take me to the drugstore with an attitude, mad. You feel me? Because she had to do it. Buy me condoms. So condoms is always related to me that way. Like, not wearing no condom.
Wow.
Nigga. You not paying attention? You not seeing all these people die out here? Yeah, I'm gonna just make sure I'm selective. Nigga, no, you wasn't. Where was you selective at? Tell me. This is emotional maturity. This is me having a conversation with myself. I'm sitting down.
Wow.
Fuck, I wasn't. No, you weren't. Fuck. But no. Oh, shit. And that's when emotional maturity hit me and said, okay, yep, you got a lot of work to do.
Did you ever have a moment like where you cried like about like some decisions you made, like
Every
you're
day.
like, what the fuck
Every
was I
day.
thinking?
Every fucking day. Every day I get out the shower.
Wow.
I put the towel in front of my face and I just scream, bro.
Wow.
And it's more my fault than it is anything else, right? I don't blame anybody for what I've gone through. I had to go through it for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I blame people for thinking I had it all together. Like, you didn't see me over here doing this nut shit and didn't tell me. You weren't a friend. You didn't come to me. You didn't say anything. Now, whenever my friends do anything, I say, hey, I'm here.
Right.
I'm telling you, don't do it.
Right.
You know how many friends I've lost because I tell the nigga not to do some shit?
Probably quite a few.
Boy. How many men I've lost that ain't around me no more because I'm holding you accountable, nigga? Am I not supposed to do that shit? I'm doing what I wish I had a nigga do for me. I could go back to myself right now and tell myself the same shit, and I'm going to listen. But you can't do that. If I could build a time machine.
Well, I feel like you on the podcast having these uncomfortable conversations and being transparent, you're helping people, you're giving people the things that you probably wish you had when you were a certain age. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's my way, like me speaking out about certain topics. I feel like I'm giving what I would have wanted when I was going through certain things. It's important to have a village. It's important to have people that, you know, can empathize with your situation, but also hold you accountable, because it's easy to play victim and to be stuck in like, oh my God, poor me, woe is me. Because certain things that's happened, like when you have family members that died, that's not no fault of your own. You feel grief because of that. Certain situations that's happened to us, both of us, that's bad. It was not our fault.
Absolutely.
But we still, you know, have that grief.
Right.
But
Yo, boy, what's up with you? Yeah. So I wasn't thinking about that. I didn't know, and it's up to recently, bro. Like, I didn't realize just how much damage I was doing to me, emotionally. You feel me? Like, you know, nothing really hurt me.
right.
I ain't lose no bones.
Right.
You feel me? I ain't bleeding. But damn, nigga, why ain't you paying attention? So you have to start paying attention. You have to start listening to yourself, talking to yourself. Now, before I do anything, I ask myself, is it worth it? Can you win from this situation? What is the other person gaining? What are you giving? Are you exposing yourself to being weak to a situation? Because once people find out your weakness, bro, they'll just keep poking it. They'll poke it until it opens up and it gushes out, or whatever's inside of you.
You also got to get rid of distractions. Sometimes when we don't want to face our own demons, we will be involved in all types of distractions, things that will have us not thinking about the things that we need to really face.
Absolutely.
So we might be in a company of people that we need to not be with, you know, because we don't want to face ourselves. You know, it's easier to kind of be around people versus to stand by yourself, look yourself in the mirror and be like, yo, like I got some shit I need to work on.
When you're around people that don't have it, it's simple, right? Because ain't nobody else exuding it. Ain't nobody else working with it. Ain't nobody else holding nobody accountable. You feel me? Like, go ahead, do your crazy stuff. Have fun. Like, we all just Evil Knievel just jumping over the cars and everybody trying to out jump each other.
Right.
And when you look at it, you're like, no, that's really not what I want. You feel me? Like, you know, what do I want? And I say it all the time. I have to start working on it. I had somebody posted something today. Shout out to Naeem Pierce down there. Got the oils and Marcus Hook. He said, you know, when people run to Facebook, it's like yelling in a crowded room.
Wow.
You feel me?
That's deep.
It's deep, but then I said that when you don't have anybody else that you could go to, when everybody else in that room with you really ain't paying your ass no attention and don't really care what you're experiencing, then you run to Facebook. I don't care if 5 people like it. I don't care if I don't care if don't nobody like it.
I know you don't.
I will continue to post it. Because it'll change somebody's life. It'll get somebody to think a little differently. And sometimes
Absolutely.
that's all you need. Right? A 17-year-old raised in a self-aware environment can be more emotionally mature than a 40-year-old who avoids accountability.
You better say it.
Like, and that's what I wanted for my son. I wanted him to be better than me at the age that he was. So
Okay.
every year, when he has a birthday, I talk to him. Yeah, when I was your age, I was doing this. You're not doing that. I am so proud of you, bro.
Wow.
It's not about the graduation. That's what he was going to do. Mm-hmm. At 18 years old, where was I at? A month after my 18th birthday, I was locked up.
Wow.
55th and Pine. First time ever being locked up Philly. Don't know nobody. Gun
That's
charge.
West Philly, right?
Yeah, Southwest.
Yeah,
Southwest. 55th and Pine, bro. Up Reggae West buying weed. Damn. And then it started from there. It just all rolled downhill from there. You know? Could have been different? Absolutely. Should it have been different? It would have been. If I had my dad, or if I had a father in my life, a man that was, yo, what is you doing? Nah, come on, man. Nah, get in there. Do this. I definitely learned. And that's why my son knows better. I'm standing on that road that he's walking down. That's what I went through all this for. I didn't go through all this for nothing.
Facts.
And whatever young man I get that comes through the radio station or sees me as a mentor or wants to talk to me, this is where you're at, right? You're young. Don't worry about money. Just go live your life. Go do the right thing. Go to school. Go try to earn a degree in something, doing something. I had my man come through here earlier today. He called me on the phone. He's like, yo, what's up? You still dorking? I know what he meant.
Okay.
I said, see, I done had 2 strokes, bro. My brain don't work the way it used to. Why, what's up? You feel me? He was like, geometry. I said, ooh. I said, you know, I threw all those numbers away just to deal with fractions because I started dealing with weight and quarters and halves. And,
Okay.
Right? So fractions became my thing, right?
Okay.
But stop through. Let's see what we can do,
Okay.
right? Not going to put him out there. He's doing some great things, man.
Okay.
I'm proud of him. But when he got here, I realized, like, that test right there, like, that's what it's about. Like,
I don't know nothing about math. I got 3 degrees and math is not my shit.
So we sat here for like 45 minutes trying to understand it. And I was like, yeah, it ain't going to work. So I called my ex-wife.
Okay.
She loved geometry. She sat there and explained it to him. You feel me? She said, I'm going to
Wow.
call y'all when I leave the doctor's appointment. You know.
Wow.
But if I can't reach out to somebody, if I don't have the knowledge accessible inside of me, there are other people around me that have it. Mm-hmm. So you got to be able to reach out to people. I don't pull none of my plugs from people to never plug them back up again.
Right.
You feel me? Like,
Right.
I don't never have to have sex with any of my baby moms again, right? But I know they are valuable for something. And I want them to see me the same way. What is he valuable for? If you don't allow me to be valuable, that's not me. That's not my fault. That's yours.
That takes a lot of growth to acknowledge that. It really does.
That people don't understand, right? So where does emotional intelligence come from? It often begins in childhood, influenced by emotions, by how emotions were expressed and handled around you.
Whew. If I'm going based off of like growing up, like my family, immediate family, we weren't the most expressive about our emotions. So it's kind of like I feel like I'm a rebel now because everything that I didn't get as a child, I'm that. Like I say how I feel. I say what I mean. I mean what I say. I don't sugarcoat nothing. When I was a child, it was like, don't talk about this. Don't talk about that. You know, it's totally different now, though.
But it was a reason they believed that. Because it wasn't available to them.
Right.
And it was a time when our community shared information. We shared information. I think we came up in a time where things were unstable. Like the community was unstable. The community
what goes on in this house stays in this house.
Right. And we began to keep our information, the things that we went through, in house. But the house wasn't able to digest it either. You feel me? So what happens is eventually, if you're not able to digest something, what happens? You throw it up.
Throw it up. Yeah.
You feel me? Like
Yeah.
it
That's
comes
not a
up.
good experience either.
You throw it up. So
Right.
violently, I threw up so much shit. But the other people, it looked like gold.
Wow.
Like I was just throwing up shit. And it looked like gold. It looked like money. It looked like something that they wanted. And it could have possibly been that. But to me, I couldn't digest it. I couldn't rock with it. It didn't work with me. So I had to learn to share my story. The first time I went to therapy, bro, I sat in there and I was in there with my ex-wife and I told her everything. Everything. I'm talking about I felt so light when I walked out of that joint, you would have thought I was floating. I looked at her and I said, I'm sorry. And she was like, boy, we just co-parenting because you tripping. I said, cool, no problem. I had to accept that.
Wow.
And I did. Next time I went to therapy, I laid down on his couch. Now I let go of everything that I went through prior, before her. Talking about real tears. My father passing away. Everything I tried to get my mom to see that I was going through. Everything I tried to get my family to understand I was going through. But I understand it now that they were going through something too. They were dealing with life, being an adult, wanting more, seeing more, doing more, growing more, doing. So you really can't pay attention. I get it. You really don't pay attention to what's happening to the children underneath you unless you stop and ask a question. What's going on with you? How you feeling, man? Get on in the car. And for somebody to share their story with you, you got to share something with them. What's going on, man? You fooling with the girls? Yeah, yeah. That story, what was that? Don't drink your juice in the hood when the boy was lying.
Yeah,
you feel me?
I remember that.
Fooling with the girls? Yeah, I'm fooling with them. Nah, no, you're not. And he was really lying, but I didn't have that moment. If I had that moment, I had that moment amongst friends. So I had to be, yeah.
But you know what I realized with certain family members? It's about capacity. You know, certain things that we weren't taught, it wasn't that it was intentional. It was the level of capacity. It was the level of experiences, certain family members had. And that's what gives me grace with people in general. It's not always about, I don't want to do. They don't have the capacity. And when somebody don't have the capacity, they might have the best intentions, but if they don't have the capacity, they can't do.
They can't do.
Yeah.
And you can tell.
Yeah.
You don't have the capacity. It's not like it's a gas tank.
Yeah.
And with the odometer broken.
Right.
You can tell who can carry it, who can't carry it. And it's okay to walk away. I want you to understand that it is okay if you walk away. That you don't have to stand there. You don't have to continue to make noises and try to get them to pay attention to you, bro. Like, there are people that I have walked away not because they were unhealthy, but because I was. Right? Because I was dealing with so much that I needed time. Like it's hard. We're talking about 5 people. Again, I go back to last year because that's the closest thing to me.
Mm-hmm.
My mother, my grandfather, my cousin, and this is my favorite cousin. When I say I called her, I was about 13 years old. I didn't call her. I ran around the corner and talked to her and sat there and cried to her and told her how I felt. And she said, "What you gonna do?" I said, "I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out." She said, "Well, I got your back. Whatever you need. All right? Get back around the house." I was staying at my grandma's house. She was around the corner on Engle Street. From there, that was the only person that believed that I could do anything as far as I was concerned.
Okay.
She was there for me. She protected me. She made excuses. She made reasons. She held me down. So that was the person that had my back more than anybody else.
Okay.
And I had hers as much as I could.
Right.
You feel me? Like, so losing her, that was hard.
Were y'all close in age?
No,
Okay. Okay.
at all. Like about probably 5-6 years difference.
Okay.
I guess we were close. Yeah, we were close in age.
That's relatively,
right? But not like a year.
Right.
You
Got
feel
you,
me?
got
Like,
you.
and I just swore up and down I wouldn't have to deal with that. You feel me? I wasn't gonna be upset about it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, but I was, bro. I was hurt over that shit. Then my grandfather. Damn. Can I grieve? So my mother, my cousin, then my grandfather. So it was like.
I think in this last year, just in knowing you, I feel like you just started processing grief. Like, I feel like you're learning to really process and allow yourself to feel the emotions instead of just holding it in and having vices to deal. But you really allowing yourself to just feel the feels.
Yeah, I have no other choice. I really don't, right? Because I can't ignore it anymore. You feel me? Throughout my life, I've lost people. Lost my grandmother. Shit, damn near quit my job because I lost my grandma. We don't cover grandmas on grieving. Well, fuck y'all then. Like, I'm out of here. My grandma just passed away at the hospital, bro. I'm in the room with her. I'm like, Grandma, come on. Don't leave me. Please.
Wow.
I'm tired. When she said that, I knew what it was. Went to work, got a call, all stopped. I stopped the fucking line. Bitch, fuck out of here. That's my grandma. That was like my mother. I'm out of here. Well, we don't cover. I don't give a fuck what you don't cover. I'm out of here. Hostility, anger, frustration, like not giving me a space to say how I'm feeling. The only thing that matters is this fucking job. And at the end of the day, if I die on that line tomorrow, you'll hire somebody new to take my space. So I really don't care. I've always been like that for any job. I realize I'm only as important as what I can provide for you. So if I can't provide anything anymore, I'm fired. If I come in here drunk and I can't do my job, I'm fired. If I show up late, fired. Like, no, I'm good.
You know what? This reminds me of in May when I was on the radio and your mom had just passed and we were talking about men and their mental health and not having safe spaces to talk. That day I went home and cried. I cried for you. I cried for Mike. Because I'm like, how many other men feel like that?
We all do.
They don't have a safe space. I really cried. I was like, why did that provoke so much emotions? And I feel like it kind of part of it was like my own guilt for sometimes not being a safe space. And when I say I boo-hooed and now like I vowed that I would always be a safe space. Like always.
I talked to my daughter. I told my daughter, listen, I don't care who you're talking to. Tell them the truth. Even if you think it can hurt his feelings, tell him the truth. Listen, this is what I want. This is what I don't want. My son, tell your girlfriend the truth. Talk to him. If they don't want to hear what you got to say, guess what? That's not the person for you. And you can say that. Guess what? No animosity, no hurt feelings. You feel me? Even if she hurts your feelings, tell her, listen, we're good. That was your decision. God gave you something. God gave everybody on this planet one thing that you just can't take away from them. What is it? Free will.
Yeah.
No matter what.
That's true.
No matter where you are, no matter what you will always do what you want to do.
True.
Whether that's pick your butt and put it in your mouth. You feel me? Like, it's free will. You can do that. Whether that's go to the store, steal a banana. You feel me? Like rob the store. Whatever. That's free will. You have the right to do whatever you want to do. So who am I to take that from you? Who am I to take that from you? You say you're supposed to. Oh, I'm supposed to honor you. No, no. I don't put it. I don't give it that deep. I'm not going to say. If we're married, yes. If you take a vow in front of God to be my woman, yes. I fucked that up. Never did my wife cheat while we were married. Never. Not once that I know of. Right? Mm-hmm. So I was wrong inside of that marriage. Before, oh boy. So we even. So it's like, damn. But that was my fault. I didn't value myself enough to say, you know, I'm out of here. Get it. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you, but it's not working for me. It's not giving me what I need to give, what it needs to give so I can move forward, I can do something.
But I feel like when you lead with love, even if it's uncomfortable conversations, like love and respect, you can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong. You know, you can't go wrong in you leading with love and that person that you're leading with love doesn't really love you. You feel me? Like,
well, yeah.
You need to leave. You need to leave with love.
No, I agree.
Not just lead. You also need to leave.
No, I get that.
Conversation had. Oh, slow down. You did something that violated my trust.
Right.
I no longer have trust in you.
Right.
That doesn't mean I'm mad at you.
Right.
That means I can't stay in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us get caught up in situations where we can't leave. You're moving with your boyfriend too early. You're moving
then
with your girlfriend
stuck.
too early. Now you
feel stuck.
Now you can't do anything.
Yeah.
You don't want to go here. You don't want to do that. So it becomes a situation that you just keep getting hit upside the head and it hurts. So now you're frustrated. Now you're mad. Now you become abusive because you're mad. And abuse is not always physical. It's mentally.
Facts.
You can beat somebody down with your words, bro. You don't have to put your hands on
Facts.
them. You don't have to touch them. If you're
Facts.
constantly accusing your man of cheating on you, you're beating him down to a point where he will submit at some point, and it won't be to you. It'll be to the woman that you're accusing him of doing it to. If you're honestly telling your man every day, you're cheating, you're cheating, you're cheating, you're cheating, you're cheating, you're cheating, and you never leave, he will cheat. You can guarantee that. So you might as well leave. That's emotional abuse, bro.
I believe that too, but what is making that person say that?
It could be from trauma in the past. You act like it don't happen. Like people don't carry trauma from the past. Last boyfriend was doing the shit. Last boyfriend was having it his way. Last boyfriend was doing this. Last boyfriend wasn't trustworthy. It could be situations from the parent. It could be situations from the father. It could be situations from the mother.
True.
I saw this in my house, and this is how it went. And that's how I know that's what you're doing. I'm not doing that. I'm not. I love you. I want you. But if you keep on beating that nigga up with that, it's only a matter of time before a situation pops up. And she's already accusing me of doing it.
But people have to realize in relationships, love is not always enough. People be thinking love conquers all. I don't believe in that. Love conquers all. I don't believe in that.
Love conquers you. Love can override everything that you have set up to do. Love can become the automatic pilot of your ship. It can take over every fucking thing. It will blind you. It will have you thinking that you're supposed to continue doing that.
Hey, that type of love never find me.
No, you're tripping. Like, you're tripping.
How am I tripping?
That's not bad love, bro. It's not. It's
a love that
all,
clouds. This is when I think about it. I think about when love clouds your common sense. When love clouds your judgment, your common sense. Like some people be so heads over heels that they don't know they left from their right. No, may that love never find me.
Guess what? Then that's not true love. So you're supposed to be blinded by love. You ever drive on the highway and get blinded by the lights coming at you on the other side?
Yeah, lights is glaring.
Guess what? Guess what's one thing that driver of that car knows? He can see. He's not thinking about what you're going through. He can see. So love is supposed to be blinding. Love is supposed to take your but you're not supposed to throw all the old shit up from the last situation. Supposed to let that shit go. No. That's why they say take time between relationships.
No, I totally understand.
So when you do that, that love that you say you're running from, that love that you really don't want, that blinding love, that ever, oh, I'm doing too much. It'll be in a healthy situation with a healthy person. So you'll never be doing too much. You'll never be giving too much. You're loving the way you love. Don't put no restrictions on your love. What type of shit is that?
You should always save something for yourself.
You're giving yourself love. You're loving yourself by loving someone else.
When you love somebody more than yourself, you're setting yourself up for disaster.
What I'm telling you is, that's not what love was meant for. It's not. If you love yourself and then love somebody a little bit more than you love yourself, when it comes to you and you realize that it's not real love, you'll realize it. When it comes when the oil tank says F, what happens when you fill the gas tank up outside the car?
When it goes full, when you say F, it's full. It's full.
But what happens? You can't put more gas in.
Yeah, you can't put more gas in.
What happens if you try to overfill it?
It's going to stop. Like,
what happens if it doesn't stop?
It's going to overflow.
When you realize that love is overflowing, you realize that person can't handle all that love. When you realize it's hitting the fucking floor, you realize that person can't handle all that love. Go ahead. Ask your question.
Shouldn't you be preventive of certain things? If you, like...
The click happened. The click happened on the gas. It happened, but it kept on flowing. The gas kept on flowing. Because you were normalizing. You were saying it was okay. So it kept on flowing. Now, it got past the point where it allows it to keep flowing. Now it's flowing onto the floor. Oh, shit.
This is what I said on Facebook today. I'm paraphrasing because I'm not going to read it, but I said something along the line like my love for myself is my well-being is greater than my love for my well-being is more important than my love for anybody in this world. My well-being. Then people can say I'm selfish for that, but my well-being, my emotional well-being is more important than anything in this world. It don't matter how much I love you. If you are...
You shouldn't be dealing with somebody that can do that. You know where they coming from. You know where those types of people are coming from.
No, not all the time, because people wear masks. I've wore a mask. You've wore a mask. Everybody in the world has wore a mask at some point.
What we talk about we did a podcast where we talk about the first question you should be asking when you're dating. What's your love language?
Mine's?
No, I'm just saying why you're dating.
Okay.
Right? What's your love language? Right? How was your relationship with your mom and dad?
Yeah, we talked about that. I remember. Mm-hmm.
You can't wear a mask in that situation because you get to look at them. If I ask you what was your relationship with your mom, what would you say?
Non-existent.
So I know from the rip you had more of a relationship with your dad. So for me, understanding like you're going to be hard.
Why is that so?
Because you didn't have a woman to show you how to love. And love is soft. Love is nurturing. A woman's love is soft and nurturing.
I'm soft and nurturing now.
You hear what you just said?
Yeah, I know what I said.
Right. So when you weren't soft and nurturing, you weren't capable of love. But you accepted it. You had no problem with taking it.
No, I gave love to the best of my capacity.
You were not capable. See, the best of your capacity is not your full capacity.
Facts.
So I got a 40-gallon tank, and I'm only taking 10 gallons. It's the best of my capacity. I can't carry anymore. Well, you only got 10 gallons of tank.
But you know what the sad part is?
Gas in there.
Because I was limited capacity, I attracted people with that same limited capacity.
So what are we talking about right now? Love.
Yeah.
Being able to love someone wholly and honestly and fully. That's not a bad thing.
No.
So you was just thanking God that you don't have that ability. So I'm not knocking you.
I have to process that.
You'll get it.
Okay.
You'll get it. Like I said, that's the way it works, bro. I didn't want to have that on me anymore. I walked around with that. I felt the same way. I just want a female that just want to. So I get the searching for those people. And you find those people in your neighborhood, on the block, you feel me, really don't want to do anything, or impressed that you can do so much, or shocked that you can do what you're doing. If a person is shocked that you can do what you're doing, run away from them. Because 9 times out of 10, the only reason why they shocked is because they've never seen anyone do it before. You want people that think that's the norm. You want people that challenge you, that move you past the point where you are right now.
Well, I always say if you're like the best person or the strongest person in your circle,
You're in
then
the
you might
wrong
need
circle.
you're in the wrong circle.
You
I
need
don't
to
want
leave
to
that
be the
room.
strong. I don't
You
want
need
to
to
be the
leave that
strong.
room.
Yeah.
Please.
But some people are only okay with being the head person in charge. Some people they're not comfortable with being in rooms that they may be the small fish and there's a bunch of big fish in it.
I need to be challenged. Unless the mother have trauma, then she'll pass it to her daughter, right? I need to be challenged in every situation. If you don't present a challenge to me, we will not get along.
Wow.
I can't be it. You feel me? Because it don't last long. So I need to be challenged in every situation. So I'm understanding that now. And now I need a new challenge. Like a dog with a bone. I need a new challenge. How do you receive emotional maturity or emotional intelligence? You earn it by doing the inner work,
Facts.
practicing self-awareness, owning your mistakes,
Ooh, that's
Owning.
hard. That's hard.
your mistakes. I know it's hard. I know it weighs. I know I didn't do nothing wrong. No, sometimes you got to look deeper into a situation and understand that there was at one point something that you could have did to stop it.
Facts.
So if you didn't do that, guess what? That's your mistake. Even if he was wrong, what could I have done in that situation? You got to analyze it. You got to look at it.
And you know what's interesting? We're having this conversation because I used to be like, oh my God, this happened to me. But I'll be like, you did some fucked up shit, sis. Like, you are not so innocent, not being a victim all the time. Even if you had a lot of stuff happen to you that you didn't deserve. But
Absolutely.
I've done some things and I'm like, that
Yes,
wasn't right,
Learning to pause before reacting. How important it is to pause. I used to hear negative stuff or bad stuff or be in an argument, I would laugh. And the motherfucker like, why is you laughing? Because it's funny. Oh, why is it funny? Because if it's anything else other than funny, I'm not gonna care.
Okay.
That was my pause. That was how I handled it. I look at Jordan now, she does the same thing. She just start busting out laughing when she knows she wrong.
Oh, gosh.
And then you laugh. And I'm like, all right, you got that. That's hereditary.
Right.
That's a protection. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, depending on where you are when you create children, you feel me? Whatever protections you're using at that time will be passed down to your kids.
You know what? Speaking of kids, I feel like all the knowledge, all the work I've done, sometimes I'll be like, damn, I don't have nobody to pass it on to. And that's why I feel like I've always got involved in mentoring and things where I can help somebody.
Do you want
I'm
children?
I feel like I passed that point.
How old are you?
I'm 42.
I don't mean you can't adopt a kid.
I
You
think
can get a baby.
I think
Go
that
over to
ship.
Africa
I
and
think
get a
that
baby.
ship has sailed.
Why?
But
Why would it
because
sell? There are tons of kids out here that were born that don't, you feel me, have a loving parent, a parent who has done the work, a parent that understands how to create safe, inspiring, educational places for their children, bro.
And it's so many men that I've never dated is for you have so much love in your heart. You're such an awesome person. You would be a great mother. And I'd be like, that time I say the same thing. That time has.
It hasn't though. So you keep saying it has. You
Wow.
don't know.
I
You
think
really don't know.
well.
See, I thought my time passed. I thought I was. I'm not gonna say I thought I was done because I knew I wasn't because I knew I was still trying to. You feel me? But I have 8 children. I wouldn't mind more children.
I love on everybody else's kids. I'm a school counselor, so those are my babies.
That's life. I get it. Again, how do you receive it? You earn it by doing the inner work, practicing self-awareness, owning your mistakes, learning to pause before reacting, being open to feedback.
Ooh, that was a hard one for me in therapy. I went to fight my therapist a couple times. I'm not even joking. The accountability piece, her foot would be on my neck, figuratively. Now she's one I credit to like my personal development now, but accountability and therapy, I want to fight her for real. But I needed to learn to take it. I'm a better person for it now.
I've always, my dad was very strict,
Okay.
and he didn't spare using his hands.
Okay.
My mother was very loving,
Okay.
nurturing. They would argue all the time about how he disciplined me.
Okay.
When we are children, we will test our parents. What are you going to allow me to get away with? Or what are you going to stop me from getting away with? My dad was that ultimate stopper. He didn't allow me to get away with nothing. Nothing
Okay.
disrespectful.
Okay.
Everything was about standing up for what's right. My mom, she loved me enough to let me fuck up and learn from it. You know how many times I got fucked up, bro? You know how many times? Not just to mention the 8 times I got locked up. Bro, inside of that, it was probably so many times I got pulled over by the police. Inside of that, it's probably so many times I did something that was disrespectful. Inside of that, like, so my mother loved me with intention. She loved me unconditionally. It didn't matter what I did. It was always a place for me to go back to. And that was in her arms, right? So when she passed away, I didn't have that anymore. So now I have to hold myself accountable. I have to accept all the feedback that I received in the past and add it together and say, all right, this is what a man does. This is how a man responds. This is how a man acts. I'm writing all that stuff down now. So when I be posting this stuff, it don't really be for nobody but for me.
Understood.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Now, can it help some people? Absolutely, if you're willing to do the work. Last year I went through, I don't know if it was like aggressive therapy, but this therapist, bro, every day she was calling me and asking me about this and asking me about that. Then she would send me this whole letter. It was cussing me out and telling me what I need to do and get up off my ass and stop playing and be accountable and stop lying. And I told her everything.
Did you ever write a letter to your younger self? Did you ever have to do that activity? Write a letter to your younger self and tell your younger self, like, you know, like how, like, just write a letter to your younger self, like how proud of how proud you are of yourself from making it through certain things,
Absolutely.
fears, all that stuff.
Absolutely.
I would rather do that.
Absolutely. I didn't make it all the way through.
Wow.
I cried.
I cried too.
Right? I mean, like, literally, like, just tears. Like, just, it's like, fuck, bro. Because I didn't see this in my life. I didn't see me living past 37.
Wow.
So every year past 37 is a plus, is a
Thanks.
bonus. You feel me? Do I want it to be filled with so much animosity and people upset and people frustrated and people mad? And, no, but you can't help when people are mad. They're mad. I'm not capable of doing too much this summer. I'm not working. I don't have no job. I don't have no money. I was just trying to find my center.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Thanks to Quanisha Swiggett, I'm thinking about, going back to school. I might be going to Lincoln.
Hey,
Right?
Hell yeah.
There are certain things that I need to get done before I'm out of here. There's certain people I need to talk to. There's certain things I need to accomplish. So I'm with it, right? Now, there will be people on the other side that's not too happy with the fact that I don't have what that I'm used to having, or I'm not capable of doing what I used to do. And that has to be okay. Right? I will do my best.
This is a temporary dry season. It's not going to last
And
forever.
I try to get people to understand that I've gone through temporary dry seasons like I was living in the days of Moses.
Wow.
You feel me? Like, this is what I've been doing. With my growth, Every time I step up to another level, this is what's incorporated inside of it. You got a dry season. You got a time where people are blaming you and mad at you and frustrated with you for everything that you're doing and everything that you're not doing and everything that you're giving. And then you grow past that. Then you start giving. Then you come back and it's like, yo, I told you as soon as my I could harvest the stuff that I planted, I was gonna bless you. I was gonna give it to you. And you go and you give it, and then it's the same thing over and over and over again. There's never a moment where anybody looks at me and says, P, I know you got me. I appreciate you. It's always frustration. It's always anger. It's always hostility until I show up and I prove and I show. And then it's like, oh, hey, okay. But it's like, damn, you ain't think I would? You didn't believe in me enough to understand that I would? That hurts.
This reminds me of a conversation I had with a young man that was talking about he feels like the love that he gets is performance based. It's based on how well he performs.
That's all it is.
And that made me so sad.
Why? That's how men are loved. Men are not loved unconditionally, man. Men are loved based on what they can do. Men are loved based on what they can give. That's why I was selected to be a father to the majority of because I could provide. Because I could do. It wasn't the person that I was, because it was looking at the person I wasn't shit. At that age, I wasn't shit. I was running around here slowing and doing and throwing and giving and doing. I wasn't shit. But you were looking at what I provided, the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you was looking at. And now I can't provide the money. Now I ain't shit. Now I already wasn't shit, so it really don't matter to me. There was a time when I would get mad and fuss. I don't do that no more. I don't. I can't. Because every time I do that, I lose sight of where I'm going.
Your value is not based off of your tangible things. It's not.
I know. I don't need nobody to tell me that. I know.
Okay.
But if that's how you feel, that's cool. Hey, it's cool. It is. What you provide for yourself and do for yourself and continue to give to other people, that's just what I do. I'm not using that as an excuse. I'm not, oh, you can do this, you can do that, you can have this. Okay. That's not based on me. When I am capable of giving, do I give? If the answer to that question is yes, why are you yelling at me right now? Why are we having this argument right now? Why are you mad?
It could be misplaced anger at times.
I get it. And I'm not arguing. I have no problem. It gets greater later. And that's
I like
all.
that.
I've been saying that for a long ass time. If you don't allow it to get great, then it won't. If you see situations that you should throw a monkey wrench in or feel some type of way about or be mad or get frustrated, that's on you. I ain't really worried about that. I can't. Because I'm choosing growth over ego. And that's another thing, how you earn it. Right, so listen, you got to do the inner work, bro. You feel me? We got to practice self-awareness.
Facts.
You got to own your mistakes.
Facts.
I'm telling you, I own my mistakes. You feel me? Like, you got to learn to pause before reacting. I'm pausing before I'm reacting. I'm listening.
Still learning that one.
Oh, that's the most important part. Because
learning.
how people judge you is based off your reaction.
Facts.
It will always be based off your reaction. So if you don't pause and learn and listen, you gotta understand. You listen and understand. So what you're saying is, every time I say that, all right, cool. Guess what? Go ahead, go ahead, do your thing. I understand. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not capable. I can't do it. You feel me? There's something else that I can do. If you can figure that out, you feel me? I'll be more than happy to do that. But what you're asking me for right now, I can't do.
Right.
But you got to choose growth over ego.
I think I've had an ego death like maybe 3-4 times in this last almost 3 years.
Choose growth over ego. So we got 10 real questions, and we're gonna ask these questions, and then we're gonna end the show.
Okay.
What's the biggest difference between emotional intelligence and emotional maturity?
very similar. I don't.
We said it earlier. One is knowledge, and one is work.
Okay.
Emotional intelligence is knowledge. Once you learn how to implement the knowledge in your life, then the emotional maturity comes.
Gotcha.
You feel me?
Right.
But you can't have emotional maturity without having emotional
the
intelligence.
knowledge. Right.
So it's not a versus situation.
Gotcha.
So let's stop saying that.
Okay.
It's the same shit.
It's the same shit.
It's the same shit.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
It's learning how to walk and then actually walking.
Gotcha. All right.
All right?
That was a good way to put it.
Can you have emotional intelligence without emotional maturity? What we just said.
No, you can't. You really can't.
You can, I think.
Okay, explain.
We said, can you have emotional intelligence without emotional maturity? You can have the knowledge and just not put it in.
Oh, yeah, you can. You're right. You're right. You're right.
You feel me?
You're
You
right.
can't have emotional maturity without emotional intelligence. But you can have the knowledge. You
Yeah.
got tons of motherfuckers with the knowledge.
And don't use it.
And don't use it.
Facts.
Or use it to seem important and then go, I was that person probably. Where I knew I had to do something different and da-da-da-da-da-da, but nobody around me wanted to listen and I stayed in the room with them. So now I have this, but I can't really use it in this room because people going to think, oh, you think you better. So it's like you have the intelligence, but you don't have the maturity to use it. Because you don't have the maturity to go and open the door and walk out. All right, I got to go, yo.
Sometimes we stay in rooms too long with people that we just needed to walk away from. We stay in that room too long.
I realized, and this is the next question. How do I know if I'm emotionally mature? How do you know if you're emotionally mature?
I think you have to look at the connections you have within your little circle and how they're functioning. Are they healthy? Because if it's dysfunction all around you, then you have to start looking at yourself like, what's up with me? You know, so I think that's a good gauge.
For me, you don't always react. Right? You process. You sit. Like I'm not going to yell at you. You take responsibility. Responsibility is a big heaping of macaroni and cheese. Right? That good macaroni and cheese. And you can sit with discomfort without blaming others.
You do that well.
I don't have no other choice.
You have a choice.
No,
but you're just making a
for me
wise-
to move forward. I can't. I own my shit. I'm not blaming don't blame nobody on my shit. I did this. I am in the story. You will not get me to remove myself from this fucking story. I did this. It's my fault. It's not your fault, right? And if you're mad, if you want to yell, if you want to scream, all right, cool, I understand that. But we still have a job to do. I will never not do my job. I can't do my job as well as you want me to do it. I need you to understand that. But there will be a time when I'm doing my job way better than you. And I will not throw it in your fucking face. That's emotional maturity. I'm on my A game. And I'm not saying, well, you ain't doing it. Now, do you want me to do that to you?
Right.
Fuck no. So don't do it the fuck to me. But you can't get everybody to understand that. Who taught you how to handle your emotions?
I'm going to answer that.
Go ahead.
Nobody taught me how to handle my emotions. Going through shit and things like over and over again, I got tired of repeating cycles, and that's what made me start tightening it up. But nobody taught me. I ain't going to hold you. Nobody taught me.
I learned by example.
Okay.
I learned from example. I've learned how to handle my emotions from so many people around me.
Okay.
I was in the street. I learned how not to get upset when somebody don't pay me because you're going to fuck them up. They're going to call the cops. I learned how to get away with shit by seeing other people get caught. I'm going to do this. I learned how to flip things. So I was a student of the game.
Okay.
You feel me? But I did not learn how to control myself in different situations.
Okay.
Because, like I said, people close the door. When they go in the bedroom, they close the door. So you can't really see in there.
Right.
So how is this happening? How is that happening? So I had to learn on my own.
Okay.
And through stubbing my toe. I've stubbed my toe so much, bro.
Same.
Oh, my God. That's one of the worst pains in the world.
Yes,
right?
that pinky toe.
Ooh,
That pinky toe.
Boy. Ooh.
That pinky toe hurt.
I stubbed that joint so many times. It's pathetic. But you understand. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Why you're going through this, right? That's for life. That's not for my pinky toe, right? I'm not asking, why am I going through this with my pinky toe? I'm just saying for life.
Right.
To be able to move past that pain, you have to accept it, right? To be able to move past the pain that you are feeling currently, you have to be able to accept it. And if you're not capable of accepting it, you're going to keep on experiencing it till you are capable of accepting it.
You can't heal what you don't reveal.
Say
That's
it.
my bar.
Say it. I never. I'm gonna say I never. I always wanted to be a radio personality.
Okay.
That was my dream,
Okay.
right? Not to be a doctor, which my father wanted me to do.
Okay.
Not to be a lawyer, which my uncle wanted me to do.
I could see you though. I could see you doing that though.
A radio personality, and not just a radio personality that's talking about what we're talking about now, just everything,
Right.
right? But I never saw it. So when I finally saw someone on the radio doing it, it was kind of like what we're in right now.
Okay.
It wasn't a Power 99. It wasn't WDAS. It
Right.
wasn't Q102. It was a local radio station.
Okay.
It was PQ Radio 1, right?
Okay.
Purple Queen, No Q Tommy. They were doing their thing. And I saw it as home,
Okay.
right? So my brain started popping. You feel me? Like, oh shit, that's what I want to do. That's what I'm gonna do.
Right.
So that's what I've been working for the last 7 years. Just to inspire somebody else, bro. Just to inspire somebody else young enough to still go to college and be a radio personality. To inspire people graduating from college to come through here, earn your chops here. Learn how to tell your story here.
Right.
If you learn it here, then you can take it to somewhere else and be like, look, this is where I learned.
Right.
You feel me? They be like, damn, where you learn? What? Then they get to looking for me. So, like I said, to be something, you have to see it.
That's
So to be a healthy man, I had to see it. And I didn't see it. So I had to become it. Same thing with the radio station. I didn't see it. When they left and they went to Philly, I was like, fuck, I gotta go back home.
wow.
So, if you don't see healthy men, it's not because we don't exist. You feel me? It's because we're busy being healthy. We're not out there in the open. So, hit somebody up. Talk to somebody. Grow. How can I grow in emotional intelligence?
Being accountable.
Yes.
You also like different self-help books,
Yes.
therapy.
Practicing self-reflection,
Self-reflection, mindfulness.
self-awareness, self-accountability, self-inventory.
That's a good one, self-inventory.
All of these things, they start with one word. Self.
Self.
So you can't have emotional maturity or emotional intelligence without understanding who you are.
Facts.
And that might take a while. Because again, you don't heal.
Which you don't reveal.
So when you go to therapy, and I tell people all the time, what therapy did for me, it saved my life, bro. It saved my life. Because without therapy, I still would have been doing the same thing. And 9 times out of 10, I would have been locked up by now.
Wow.
And it wouldn't have been no petty time either.
Wow.
And I wouldn't have been in Pennsylvania. You feel me? So it's like, therapy saved my life. It allowed me to see something else, to want something else, to want to be something else. Now, since therapy was introduced to me, has it been work? Absolutely. I'm not going to tell you you're going to go to therapy the first time and everything get fixed. It don't
Hell
work
no.
like that. It does not work like that. Majority of us don't really want to let nobody know who we really are.
Facts.
We don't want to take that mask off. That
Facts.
mask has been put it on your face since the day you put it on, and you haven't taken it off. So it's the sweat, the heat, the cold. It's basically fused to your face. Bro.
I didn't take my mask off till 40, and I'm 42.
When you rip your mask off, it will take some skin with it. Underneath of that mask was your face, right? You rip it, so you don't even know who you are when you take that mask off. After you leave therapy, you have no idea who you are, what you like, where you want to go,
You be
who you
raw.
want to be, right? That's the first therapy. That's the first a real therapist that allows you to take your mask off and be yourself and be whole and be you. When you look in that mirror, you won't know who you are. Now, depending on the types of people you hang out with, depending on the types of things you do, you feel me? Like, it might just, oh yeah, I'm good. I'm right back to being me. But you're not going to feel the same. People are going to look at you differently because the things that you used to do, you don't do anymore.
But you got to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's the thing about growth and accountability. It's not going to be comfortable. And some people run away from things that don't feel good. When you go to therapy, it ain't going to feel good.
Bro, that shit going to hurt.
It's going to hurt.
That shit going to hurt. It's like tearing your ACL and still got to run.
Facts.
It's going to hurt. It's like running on hot coals with nails underneath. It's going to hurt. But you got to keep doing it. And that's what helps you to grow. Listen more than speaking. Asking, why did I feel that? And how can I respond better next time? Or ways you can grow in emotional intelligence. What are signs of emotional immaturity? Because we talking about emotional maturity, but what are signs of emotional immaturity?
Lack of accountability. Not being able to maintain healthy connections.
Come on.
Always blaming others
Oh,
for things.
yeah. Blaming others, deflecting accountability, shutting down, and always needing to be right, or using anger as a defense. If you get angry and mad and frustrated and yelling and screaming and hollering, and it's like, yo, like, calm down. Like, after a while, I'm to the point now where I ain't even yelling. I swear, I'm not. You're mad at something that you really shouldn't be mad at. Why are you talking to me? But that's what happens. So just deal with it. Let it go. Why do so many people avoid emotional growth?
Because sometimes it comes with pain. And pain also kind of births purpose at times. But nobody really wants to be in pain if they don't have to be. So, yeah.
Growth is painful,
Yeah, it is.
but staying stuck is worse.
It is. Facts.
I'd be damned if I stay stuck. You know me. If you've known me for more than 10 years, you know me. You know I get in these situations where my back is up against a wall. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, I'm recharging. I'm thinking. I'm planning. If you know me more than 15 years, you definitely know me. Yeah, P ain't going to stay in that situation for much longer. Even when I'm winning, you should know that I'm not going to stay in that situation because it's uncomfortable. I don't like to stay in a winning situation for too long because I feel like I'm taking up all the resources, and I don't need all this shit.
But some people say stuck based off of generational stuff. Like they don't know, like some people have been in so much dysfunction, they don't know anything but that.
Yeah.
And they're afraid to venture off to do better. So it's like, it's more comfortable to stay in the dysfunction because it's something that they're
know.
used to.
Yeah, I know this dysfunction. It feels good. It smells
Right.
good. I remember the other day I was in the kitchen and I just had this smell, and it took me back. My grandma used to make, it was summertime.
Okay.
And she would make me BLTs.
Okay.
And I was upstairs and I was making it, and I bit into the sandwich, and it just took me right back to.
Wow.
You feel
Those
me?
days.
Because I had bacon, lettuce, and tomatoes. That was turkey bacon.
Okay.
It wasn't pork bacon. 'cause
Okay.
I ate pork back in the day. My grandma, that's what she
That's what she made.
That's what she made.
Right.
She only stopped when I took my shahada and I
Okay.
became Muslim, and
Out of respect.
out of respect, right?
That's what's up.
Even though she still made me go to church every Sunday.
Wow.
If you in my house, you going to church. But she understood why I took my shahada. She understood why religion was so important to me.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Going through and understanding every religion and understanding they're all talking about the same God. And I explained that to her. I'm just looking for something a little bit more peaceful, right? Something that speaks to me. Religion is a personal journey.
That's true.
It's not meant to coerce. It's not meant to change. It's just meant to find those who can adhere to the practices. Being clean, praying 5 times a day, that was just more for me because I needed to know where God was and why God took my father. And if I couldn't talk to him every day in Christianity, I couldn't. It wasn't no pray 5 times a day. It wasn't a secret language that you had to learn. You understand? It was more into understanding that sometimes you gotta put yourself in a situation to receive your blessings. You gotta put yourself in a situation to receive your answer. So, and I explained that to her, and I was about 15 years, 1995, 96. I took my shahada, and she understood, and she respected that.
I think you thrive better under structure too.
Right.
So I think I can see why.
Absolutely. She bought me my first kufi.
Wow.
You feel me? She understood what I was doing, and I respected her for that. So when I went to church, I sat in the back.
Right,
You feel me? No
right,
fuss, no fight,
right.
no anything. Now, I think later on that year, everything shifted, and I started smelling like marijuana because I stopped going. So shit happens. But
Right.
She loved me, and she wanted me to understand the importance of religion. But why do so? What we talk about? Oh, why do so many people avoid emotional growth? And you were saying
Because of
growth
pain.
is painful.
Yeah, painful. Mhm.
Because it requires honesty, discomfort, and letting go of defense mechanisms. Whatever you put up, whatever you're putting up right now, boundaries, whatever you're putting up that's stopping you from doing the right thing, that's holding you back and not allowing you to be the man or woman you're supposed to be. You got to drop it. Emotional maturity is understanding and putting to work the emotional intelligence that you picked up throughout your life. Ask questions. Like I said, sit and process it, man. I sit with it every day. Folks be like, man, you always posted, man. You always, yeah, nigga, this is what I'm going through.
Right.
I'm letting y'all know what I'm going through.
Right.
I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect. I have done some things that motherfucker be like, yeah. I've done some things motherfucker be like, yeah. I've done some things motherfucker look at me sideways.
That's that duality we talk about.
I've done a lot of things in my life, right? But one thing that I will continue to do is to be on this road, carrying this torch for the people that are behind me.
That authenticity.
That's it.
That's priceless.
Everything else is bullshit, bro. Everything else. I'm not doing this for no money. I'm not trying to get paid. I'm trying to make sure our kids have an opportunity to grow in a good, safe environment, surrounded by good, safe men and women. That's it. I don't have time for the back and forth, the upside down, the inside out, and all that. I did all that already. I blew everything up. And if you don't believe me, check the city. I blew it up. Now, whoever came in and did whatever they did, they chose to have it that way. I've held people accountable to being different, to being transparent. After that, I don't have much more to say after that. How does emotional maturity show up in relationships?
I can speak on this because I'm in a healthy relationship.
Go ahead.
I feel like open communication, being able to share your vulnerability, being vulnerable with someone, being able to share your fears, your dreams, your goals, your, past traumas if you had some.
Yes.
Even share your toolbox, so like things that you might have went through, how you got over. Just having that open dialogue is It's so important.
I tried that, and I tried to go to therapy. I tried to be there. And when you try and how you're trying is being pushed away or is being seen as strange, leave. Don't stay. Don't stay. Don't stay close. Don't still tap. Don't still share. Don't still do any of that shit. Leave.
I will say this, and I know I said this several times on the show, like, the work that you do will determine who you attract. So it's like if you are healed or working towards heal, you're not going to be attracted to certain behaviors.
I was attracted to everything. It didn't matter. You titties and the ass and the vagina. That was it. That was really all I was looking for. I wasn't looking for what was in your head. You understand? Because I got my own brain. You feel me? So
Okay.
I wasn't really looking for what was in your head.
Okay.
Understanding that now.
Okay.
Seeing that.
Okay.
But I also understanding that I gave the things that came out like super credit, bro. Super like, oh, you can. No one ever told me I could stop hustling. No one ever said, P, you can do something other than hustling. Why aren't you doing that?
What?
No one ever said that. Like in all my years, it was always go get that money. Go get that money. Get that money. Bring it in. Buy things. Do things. Take people places. Buy things. Do things. Take people places. Get that money. Get that money. Get that money. So when I heard it for the first time, I fell in love with the person that said it. Was I wrong? No, I wasn't wrong. Right? Because God put people in your life for a reason. I understand that.
Agree.
I didn't take care of that situation. Me. Which caused other things. Me. I can look at me in that situation and say, I didn't take care of that situation the way I was supposed to. And shit fell apart. But because I didn't communicate early, I didn't set boundaries respectfully,
Because you didn't have the tools to do so.
and because I ran from hard conversations,
You didn't have the tools to do so.
even though I was saying I wanted peace, that's not what they heard. Like, give me a place to land. I got a lot of equipment, bro. I got a lot of shit. I'm carrying a lot. I got to make sure I take care of 8 children, bro. I got to make sure I land and take. I got 8 plus 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 10 multiplied by 8. Like, that many people are counting on me. I'm not just here for just my children. I'm here for children that aren't mine. I'm here for children in the community. I'm here for my nieces. I'm here for my godchildren. I'm here for, you feel me? So it gets heavy. So let me land. No. So you have to seek peace and not power. You feel me? And wherever you find peace, that's where you land. So now I have a space to land. I'm out of here. I can land safely. I don't even have to leave this house, bro. Literally, I can land here, bring it here, do it here, have it here. That's peace. And that's all I wanted, honestly. Can drama block emotional development?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. When you've been hurt, you build emotional walls.
Facts.
And these emotional walls can stem from all types of hurt. And they're all different types of colors. Like, I'm just going to build up this rainbow wall in front of me. You have one that could be built off greed. That's a greed wall, right? That says whether you want to share or not share, whether you want to give or not give, right? You got something that could be built off hurt, heartache, right? That's a red wall. How much love am I going to give? How much love am I going to receive from somebody? You feel me? You can take somebody's love and not give them anything back in return.
Facts.
You feel me? You have a sex wall. That could be purple. You feel me? Like, yo, I just want this. Healing. And understand this. Healing is how you begin growing emotionally again. Healing. You don't want to touch it to your emotional side if you're not healed, bro. because that's not going to be a good look.
But we all are on a journey of healing, but we can always be triggered. Like, just because you done did all this therapy, healing, I done did got healing circle, therapy, all that stuff, and I still certain things that could just, I'm human.
You don't
certain
pause?
things- Huh?
You don't pause. You don't like the pause.
I don't.
You just said you don't like the
I
pause.
don't like the pause.
Right.
That's something I'm working on now.
So,
I'm working on
why don't you like the pause?
Because I paused a lot.
No.
And my pause got me taken advantage of sometimes.
What I tell you?
You tell me a lot.
I tell you, go back and understand how the role that you played in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
So you saying pausing got you played? I think a lack of pause might have got you paid.
It may be both. Maybe both.
And this, for me, I didn't want to pause. I didn't want nothing to slow down. Because I didn't see myself living past 37.
Okay.
So I didn't want nothing to slow down. Everything had to go fast, 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 fast. That was the only way I was going to. Why you keep looking at the screen like that? What's up there? Who was commenting? Somebody said something?
Yeah.
Just balling your face up. You all right? Okay. All right. It gets hard. But you have to pause before you react. Try that.
Okay.
Right? Sit. You're not going to hear the bad information that you heard before. It's not going to be that bad, right? So maybe sometimes pause in that situation, right? I know it's hard to go back to the past and look at it, but pause in that situation and ask yourself some questions. Sometimes you got to do this work by yourself.
Okay.
It's not always going to be with a therapist. It's not always going to be on a couch. You got to do the homework yourself.
I agree.
So if you have a situation that popped up and you know you didn't like the way you responded, you ain't like the way it ended, now you got to think about that situation and go back in and then say, what can I do differently? How can I understand how I'm supposed to be a better person? What do I have to do? Going back in the situation and pausing in the situation.
I feel like if I would have paused on certain things, I definitely would have had different, more positive outcomes, because I went from someone that didn't speak up to and gotten taken advantage of. Like, I'm way before I was an adult. That once I started speaking up, it's like I ain't let shit slide. And sometimes I didn't always have the right way to say things. That is something I'm still working on.
And the fact that you can announce that and say that is major, because there's tons of people that can't say that. Can't say what they should have done differently. Don't want people to know that they were wrong in a situation.
Because I'm not no victim. I've done my share of shit. So.
Again, you're not a victim. You're not a bad guy.
Right.
You're just human.
Right.
You can acknowledge it.
Mm-hmm.
You want other people to acknowledge it. That I'm not perfect.
Right.
I post that I'm going to start posting that again every day. I'm not perfect.
Right.
So if you're looking for a perfect person,
I ain't the person for you.
I ain't the person for you.
Right.
I have issues that I have dealt with
Facts.
that have led me to a place where I am healed and healing.
Facts.
You will never be 100% healed.
Facts.
But I started at 10%.
Shit.
I had a capacity of 10%. Because the only thing I was worried about was money. I wasn't worried about what I did to you. I wasn't worried about how I hurt you. I wasn't worried about where I took you. I wasn't worried about none of that. The only thing I was worried about is money. Can this give me money? Can this give me money to do this? Can I do this? Can I do that? So I was broken.
But it goes back to that performance-based stuff. Like, if I didn't do this, then
That's what got me everything I wanted. That's what got me, the Gawk 3000 was the money. It wasn't about the books. It wasn't about what I understood. It wasn't about me being emotional intelligent. It wasn't about me being emotional mature. It was the money. Like, fuck, I got to get some more money. I want that Gawk 3000. Let's go. And then situations pop up. And then you understand, like, I have to be a better person all the way around the board. Not saying I don't still want the Gawk 3000, absolutely. But I want it from somebody that understands what she wants.
Right.
To receive that, it's not about money, P. It's about making sure you are understanding to me and giving to me and sharing with me. Yeah. Why is it important? Why is emotional intelligence, emotional maturity important in our community? Because generations of pain have been passed down.
Facts.
Emotional maturity breaks cycles.
Yep.
Teaches our kids how to heal, not just survive.
Ooh, it's a lot of people out here just surviving. Just surviving.
I was one of them. You were one of them.
Facts.
At some point, you get tired of surviving. At some point, you got to go outside that cave and try to figure out how to heal. And you're going to go through life. You're going to stub your toe. A tree can fall down. A fruit can hit you in the head. Somebody can hit you in the stomach. You can get chased by a lizard. These things are going to happen in life. Why are we running from them and making excuses just to stay in the cave? We've been in the cave long enough. It's time to go outside. Emotional intelligence leads us to emotional maturity, leads us to going outside and learning how to deal with life's challenges. If you can't deal with life's challenges, find somebody that can. Ask them how they get through life. Ask them what they push through. Ask them. There are tons of men out here that I've learned over the past 7 years, bro, that will embark and give you that knowledge upon. If you ask. If you ask them how, if you ask them why, if you ask them when, if you ask. And then there are those that won't share anything.
Some people are gatekeepers of resources and knowledge, and it's like sad, like the crabs in the barrel syndrome. Like people don't want to share.
We're not supposed to be in the barrel. So why any behavior that the crab is exhibiting in the barrel is new behavior? The crabs haven't talked to the other crabs that were in the barrel. The crabs that were in the barrel got cooked. Then nobody put the crabs in the barrel, then dump the crabs out and put them amongst them. Yo, man, when you get caught up in that barrel, we got to think about how we going to escape out of that joint. Don't no crab escape out of that barrel.
That's true. They all die.
So why do we even compare ourselves to being crabs in a barrel?
That's a good point. That make me not want to use that no more.
Fuck no.
Okay.
Most of the things that we use to explain what we go through on a daily basis are not good analogies, bro.
That makes me not want to use that ever again.
But we use it because
the crabs you never like nobody wins. Everybody dies.
If it do escape, it don't go far.
Facts.
It sits on the kitchen table and just you're already dead,
You're
bro.
already dead.
I bought you.
I'm never saying that again. I'm never saying that now.
Crabs in a barrel.
I'm never saying that.
So
Never
after the
saying
crab
that.
gets out the barrel, where are they going? Where are they going?
They're not going
Tell
too
me
far.
where. So where are they get? Why you want to get out the barrel? Nigga, we're dead. We got caught. It's over. They don't know that. They're just crabs. Crabs pile on top of each other. I saw crabs. This is why I don't eat crabs. I saw crabs in real life. I went to Mississippi, worked on the oil spill in 2010.
Okay.
There weren't a whole bunch of bathrooms out there, so my man took it on the beach. When I said those crabs came out of the water and ate the shit.
Oh no.
He was like, damn, that's what it's like to... I said, bro, you tripping. I mean, they tore that shit out. I said, oh man, that's nasty. I ain't never eat crabs a day in my life. Now, I do not eat crabs. I do eat crab meat. That's processed. Real, authentic crab meat, no problem. But I'm not breaking open no crab. For what? You don't know what it done ate? What it done been around?
Gosh.
Like,
all right, okay, all right.
It's nasty.
Okay.
But that's on you, right? That's emotional maturity for me is understanding that just not what I like to do. And I don't want any crabs. So, I want to thank our guest, Andrea. No, you ain't no
Yes,
fucking
I ain't no
guest.
guest. I'm the co-host. You tired? It's time to wrap it up.
I'm not tired. I took a nap when I came here. You was like, man, you was sleeping. I was knocked out. Me and Jordan laid down, took a nap, bro. Like I think sometimes just being able to do that. You feel me? To take a nap, to just slow things down. you feel
Recalibrate.
me?
Rest up.
It's hard. And understand, I know that it's hard. I know life gives you so much to do. But if you're not doing what you love to do or want to do, if you're not capable of exuding energy and putting energy into that, you really ain't living.
That's facts.
You are not living, right? So, for everyone out here that is doing what they love to do, that is loving on their children, on their community, and giving to their children, to their community, I say thank you. I do. This Friday, we'll be at Sun Village Park. Rain or shine, the radio station will be out there.
All right.
You feel me? We're going to go get some ponchos tomorrow. Make sure we got some ponchos over there. Rain or shine, we'll be out there. We got a new DJ, Miss Holland. I'm proud of her. She's up Philly. She's from Philly. She's coming down here. DJ Naj being friends. Shout out to DJ Naj for everything that he's doing. All the help
He
he's
was
giving.
lit on Friday.
Yeah,
That
he was.
DJ was
He
yeah.
definitely was, man. Like I said, it was a good experience. All the nonprofits that did come out, the nonprofits that couldn't make it and can't be there until this Friday, I appreciate them. Like I said, we'll be in Sun Village Park. We'll have water ice. We'll have pretzels. We'll have water. And like I said, it's just a moment of me. I see it as a small gesture back to the community, of giving back to the community, of letting the community know that I see them. You feel me? That I'm constantly here for them. And the radio station is here, right? If you have a show idea, if you have something that you want to do, bring it, right? I don't understand. I don't have no barbecue. Maybe we'll add that on next year. You feel me? Try to get some more grant money so we can get some barbecues and things like that. But it's hard. Everybody, and I understand, everybody wants to be paid. Like, nobody wants to come out into the community for free. You feel me? Like, everybody wants to be paid. I'm not going to say everybody. I'm going to say Sade Holland. She said it was okay. You feel me? So that would be the first person to donate time to the community. And I just want people to understand, right? When you give, you're giving from your heart. You're not giving from your brain. When you say, oh, I gave you, that's a giving from your brain situation. That's why you can't forget it, right? So give from your heart. Give to people who need. Give to people who can do more than you can do. But just give anyway. CMPRadio.net, man. This was Uncomfortable Conversations, and tonight we talked about emotional intelligence versus emotional maturity. I think what we've learned is that it's not a versus. It's a with. You feel me? Yep. You can't have emotional maturity without having emotional intelligence. You can't have emotional maturity without having emotional intelligence. But you can have emotional intelligence without exuding emotional maturity. Right? So, for all my brothers out there that got emotional intelligence, begin to use it. For all my sisters out there that got some emotional intelligence, begin to use it. Because the children are watching. And our YNs ain't nothing but us rolled up into younger versions of ourselves with everything that we've learned, with all the disrespect that we've taken, with all the disrespect that we've handed out. They're us. So we got to love them. We got to love on them. We got to give them different opportunities. And that's what this radio station is here for. So from everybody at the CMP Radio Foundation, we want to say thank you. From everybody from CMPRadio.net, I appreciate you. Again, this was Uncomfortable Conversations. Drea B, Uncle P, and we're out of here, man.
Bye, y'all.
Have a good night.
I feel like we wrong with that.